Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and I just wanted to come and run my mouth and talk about the mess. All right, y'all. So, this is according to people.com. Sean Diddy Combs, this is an exclusive. Sean Diddy Combs' ex Cassie Ventura to testify using her name, not anonymously, in sex trafficking trial. All right, so Cassandra Cassie Ventura is prepared to testify against her ex partner, Sean Diddy Combs, and she will be using her name to do so. In a motion filed on April the 4th, prosecutors state that victim one would not be testifying anonymously during Combs' upcoming trial, where he faces charges of racketeering conspiracy, sex trafficking, and transportation to engage in prostitution. People exclusively were confirmed with sources that Ventura, 38, is victim one and that she will be testifying in the trial. She is prepared to testify under her own name. The filing states victim two, victim three, and victim four have asked that their identities not be revealed to the press or the public. Prosecutors requested that the anonymous victims be referred to at trial only using pseudonyms and for the court to require the defense not to share identifying details about them. This case has already received an exceptional amount of media coverage, which presumably only increase as trial proceeds, prosecutors state. Permitting these measures will prevent unnecessary public disclosure of the victims' identities and the harassment from the media and others, undue embarrassment and other adverse consequences that would almost certainly follow if these women were forced to reveal their names publicly at trial. Combs, 55, was first charged with 3 counts of sex trafficking, racketeering, and transportation to engage in prostitution in September of 2024. The last indictment against Combs, made public by federal prosecutors in New York City. Oh, girl, hold up. On April the 4th, then obtained by people, included one more count each of sex trafficking and transportation to engage in prostitution. The new charges are related to a second victim, the indictment states. Baby, listen. I'll put the link to this article in the description box so you can finish reading it. You know, baby, Cassie say, baby, put me on the stand, baby. So that means she gonna be on the stand. Baby, when it rains, it pours. When it rains, it pours. Do y'all think that it's unfair for the other Do you think it's unfair? Do you think it's fair? Yeah, that's what I meant to say. Do you think it's fair for the victims to remain anonymous and their identities not be revealed? I think it's fair because I do think that if people did find out the identities of these folk, then I think it would make what's already a complete circus, girl, just an international circus. I know some people will say, well, girl, if you're gonna come and say that this man did something to you, then we should know who's saying it. But in my honest opinion, girl, you shouldn't want to know the victim. You should want to know the person, or the alleged victim. You should want to know the person who has been alleged of these crimes, so you can stay far away from them. If that makes sense. I don't care about knowing the victim or the alleged victim. Mm, y'all let me know. Y'all think the victims should be known? We should know who the victims are. I don't really care to know who the victims are. Honestly, it's almost kind of like, I don't know. It's almost kind of like if somebody did something bad in the neighborhood, do you need to know the person who the crime was committed against or the person who committed the crime? Girl, like I want to know. I want to know who knocking down doors. Okay, who knocking down the doors? That's what I want to know. And I hope the person who got their door knocked down, they're okay. But I want to know who knocking down the doors. Anyways, let's move on, y'all. Shout out to Cassie. Ooh, these stories are kind of sad today. Um, I'm gonna have to put a trigger. I'm gonna have to let y'all know this girl. I didn't realize these stories that I was reporting on today were kind of triggering. I'll probably put it in the thumbnail. Okay, so this is according to ABC News. Actor and comedian Russell Brand charged with the R word, UK police announce. So, actor and comedian Russell Brand has been charged with one count of R, one count of oral R, and two counts of SA, and one count of indecent assault, the Metropolitan Police in London announced Friday. The charges relate to four separate women. The alleged crime span from 1999 to 2005, authorities said. The women who have made reports continue to receive support from specially trained officers. Metropolitan Police Detective Superintendent Andy Furphy, you know, I will mess her name up, said in a statement, the Met's investigation remains open and detectives ask anyone who has been affected by this case or anyone who has any information to come forward and speak with police. A dedicated team of investigators is available via email, and they put the email address. Brand is due in court in London on May the 2nd. ABC News has reached out to representatives for Brand for comment on the charges. In a video message shared to X on Friday, Brand responded to the charges. I think I have the video. I think I do have the video. Let's play the video. I think I have it.
Hello. Firstly, thank you for these incredible and overwhelming messages of support. We're very fortunate in a way to live in a time where there's so little trust in the British government. We're very fortunate, I suppose, that this is happening at a time where we know that the law has become a kind of weapon to be used against people, institutions, and sometimes entire nations that will not accept and tolerate levels of corruption that are unprecedented. I'm speaking particularly to those of you that are watching this in the UK. How do you feel about your legal system right now? How do you feel about some of the high-profile cases that are not being pursued and prosecuted? How do you feel that the Southport murders were handled? How do you feel about the government of Keir Starmer? Now, that's just sort of general context. I've always told you guys that when I was young and single, before I had my wife and family, who were just out of shot over there, my beautiful children, I was a fool, man. I was a fool before I lived in the light of the Lord. I was a drug addict, a sex addict, and an imbecile. But what I never was a rapist. I've never engaged in non-consensual activity. I pray that you can see that by looking in my eyes. I want to thank all of you for your continuing support. I want to let you know that our show will be on Rumble on Monday. Thanks for your support there. And of course, I'm now going to have the opportunity to defend these charges in court, and I'm incredibly grateful for that. In the meantime, you lot, stay free, and we will be continuing to discuss this matter. Praise the Lord.
Girl, God said ain't got nothing to do with it. Don't talk about praise the Lord. Girl, the Lord said, girl, I'm busy. Ain't got nothing to do with it. Girl, the girls, girl, the girls live a life of girl turmoil and girl ratchetness and ghetto. They find Jesus, and girl, all of a sudden, girl, I know I was a mess back in the day, but I wasn't that big of a mess. Girl, okay, girl. Metropolitan Police said Friday that the charges stem from an investigation that began in September 2023. This month, Britain's Channel 4 program Dispatches aired a documentary episode, the result of a joint investigation with the Times and the Sunday Times called Russell Brand in Plain Sight. The documentary involved four unnamed women who claimed they had been R'd or essayed by Brand between 2006 and 2013. Following the airing of that episode, Metropolitan Police announced that they had opened an investigation after they had received a number of allegations of sexual offenses. Ooh, excuse me. Police did not name Brand at the time, but referenced a television documentary and news investigations, according to the Associated Press. In October 2023, in a separate case in Southeast England, told ABC. Oh, the Thames Valley Police in Southeast England told ABC News they were also investigating allegations of harassment and stalking against Brand dating back to 2018. The actor, known for his stand-up comedy acts and film roles, and Forgetting Sarah Michelle, denied all allegations. Brand claimed in a September 2023 YouTube video posted prior to the documentary's release that he had received a pair of extremely disturbing letters from what he described as a mainstream media outlet and news publication that outlined very serious allegations that I absolutely refute. About the time, Brand claimed the allegations pertained to the time when I was working in the mainstream and in the newspapers all the time when I was in the movies. As I have written about extensively in my books, I was very, very promiscuous, he said in that video. Now, during that time of promiscuity, the relationships I had were absolutely always consensual. I was always transparent about that then, almost too transparent, and I'm being transparent about it now as well. Brand suggested that the allegations were a part of a coordinated media attack intended to discredit him. In addition to acting in comedy, Brand has worked as a political commentator and wellness influencer. Girl, and then he got married in 2017. He got 3 kids. Girl, and then, so crazy. I also forgot he was married to Katy Perry. He was previously married to singer Katy Perry from 2010 until their divorce in 2012. I forgot all about that. Baby, listen, I don't know, baby. I wasn't there, so I don't know. But, baby, let me tell you something. Them people ain't just plucked some white man out of the crowd and said, let's press charges. They ain't just plucked no white man out of the crowd and just said, "Bloop, girl, let's press charges against him to try to prove to make him an example." Girl, please, Russell, you got some splaining to do, baby. I am of the belief, though. I am of the belief that if um, accusations are found out not to be true, then there should definitely be a consequence for those um, alleged accusers who have come forward and said that X, Y, or Z happened to them, um, and Z happened to them if they're found out not to be telling the truth. Mm. Russell. Russell say, baby, I gave my life to the Lord. I don't live there no more. Girl, please. Cause y'all always trying to give y'all life to the Lord after y'all done girl cause chaos and confusion. Now I love the Lord. He heard my cry. Girl. Let me shut up. All right, this is according to the neighborhood talk. Pay up. Blueface ordered to pay Soulja Boy's girlfriend $125,000 in defamation lawsuit after he lied and said they slept together in 2022. She admits they did in 2018 before she met Soulja. So neighbors get into this. Blueface just found out the price of playing internet games. Despite already being in the slammer, Blueface has been ordered by a judge to pay Soulja Boy's girlfriend, Jacqueline Martinez, $125,000 after he lied on her and said the two had sex in 2022. The initial incident happened in December 2023 when Blueface and Soulja were going back and forth on social media. In the tweets, Blueface claimed he had slept with Jacqueline the day before her baby shower in March 2022. In event Soulja Boy attended. I hit Soulja baby mama day before her baby shower, and she paid for it. Blueface wrote. He doubled down, adding, "Till Soulja get a DNA test, that's my child. Look, bro, I'm the daddy now." Jacqueline promptly denied the rumors and stated that she was getting the lawyers involved. In her declaration, she confirmed she had a single, protected sexual encounter with Blueface back in 2018, years before she conceived her child with Soulja. She also claimed she never talked to him again after that encounter. I did not engage in any sexual activity with Blueface the day before my baby shower or while I was pregnant, Jacqueline said in her sworn statement. There is a zero chance that Blueface is my child's biological father. Despite her sending a cease and desist, Blueface continued to harass her online and refused to delete the post. Because he's currently behind bars, he was unable to show up for court, so the LA judge offered a default judgment ordering him to pay her $125,000. Sheesh. It costs to talk ish. Thoughts, neighbor? God, I don't blame her because let me tell y'all, this is the thing. Yes, I slept with you in 2018, But what you're not going to do is come out while I'm pregnant and then put out in the universe that I've been sleeping with multiple men and I don't know who my baby daddy is. Because that's basically what he tried to do. So, yes, I'm suing. Girl, I'm suing because you lied. I did sleep with you back in the day. I didn't sleep with you currently. So, why are you putting out in the universe that, girl, you're the father of this child? And now you're causing chaos and confusion, even though I don't care for Soulja Boy. But now you're causing chaos and confusion over here with me and my real baby daddy. And we know how Soulja Boy like to knock bitches upside the head. Girl, when you know, I was gonna get into, but girl, she's a fool anyways, girl. Girl, you a fool anyways. Because all the stuff that Soulja Boy has been accused of, and also it's been proven, girl, to be facts. The way that he goes upside girls' heads, he would knock a girl head between a washer and a dryer in a heartbeat. And y'all over having babies with this nigga, girl, just dumb. But I guess it ain't got nothing to do with what Blueface said. So she got a default judgment of 125 because he's in prison. All right, y'all, I'm gone. I will talk to y'all later. I am about to run to the store. I'm kind of hungry. I need something to eat. Um, so I'm about to run to the grocery store and get a few items, and I will talk to you later. All right, bye, y'all.